Hey hon, it's your girl Mama once again, and today this topic has been on my mind for some time now because it seems like everybody is having a problem with this. Every time I go on Twitter, Facebook, I always see some status or some type of tweets about moving on and if that person don't love you and all this other crap. So I was like, you know what, it's time for me to make a video for this because it's sad. People are just going through it right now. So, okay. My topic is moving on. This is what I have to say with that. See, some people say that moving on is actually easy. And I want to tell you guys that they're liars because it's hard. Well, okay. Let me reverse that. Moving on is only hard if you actually care about the person. If you was just using them and whatever, then it's like, alright, deuces. Checking up the deuces, you could, just leave. You could kiss my ass on this moment because I really don't care. But it's like, I'm seeing people really going through it with the whole moving on situation and stuff. And what I really have to say about that is, okay, it's not easy. You just really have to, there's a reason for almost everything in life. So you really just have to move on. That's it. Like, it's not gonna happen overnight. Okay, you're gonna miss the person, especially if you cared about them. You're gonna think about them every now and then, but you just gotta move on, baby. You gotta move on, because if you don't, then you're gonna make a big no. You don't want to do that. Okay, because if you stay with the same person and they ain't no good for you, or that person stay with you and you no good for them, then how's that gonna help anybody in the situation? If you with the person, and some guys do this or whatever, okay, us women, we're very vulnerable sometimes. Like, we can really just fall for somebody and actually really care about them, but the guy's like, alright, shawty, I like you too, but man, it ain't like that, shot. Yeah, I mean, we're women, so we're gonna have that point where we meet somebody and we actually really care about them. But if that person, you see that person is really taking advantage of you and they just are doing whatever, like just little things, like, okay, if they lie about something little, and then you're like, okay, well, I'm gonna just leave that alone. But if you see them like lie a lot, then you gotta think about that. Like, is that really somebody I want to stay with? And men, if your girl is super flirtatious and you got a bad chick or whatever, and you like, man, she bad, all this other stuff, and she's so bad that she knows she bad, like, she just be like, I could get anybody I want, you know what I'm saying? Like, hon, boo, I could get anybody, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm bad. And you see her just, flirting with everybody and anybody, boo-boo, that's the warning sign. Just be like, okay, you bad, but we need to break up, sweetheart. You just really, it's a lot of signs. It's a lot of signs. After a while, when you're with somebody, you get you get a hang of, like, what they all about. If the person that you're with, and say if you're like a very serious person, you're like very serious in your relationship, and you're with the girl that's like, whatever, and don't really take you seriously like that, then you should move on. And girls, if you see a guy that you trying to be serious with, and all he talk about is all he really wants from you is making out or getting in your pants or whatever, you should really just break up with that person too, because sometimes we just really set ourselves for failure, and we know that person is no good for us, but something just tells us to just stay. Which is, I feel, is stupid. If everybody telling you, girl, he ain't no good for you, boy, she ain't right for you, then why are you staying there? I understand that you have feelings for somebody, but you just have to move on. And it's gonna take some time. I'm not saying to actually have beef with the person, but y'all could just be people, like, say hi, bye, that type of stuff. That's type of situation or relationship or whatever. Like, y'all don't have to talk all the time or whatnot. Or if that person really did you wrong, then check them the deuces, check her the deuces, and be outie. Because you don't want to waste your time on somebody that really isn't for you and really doesn't care about you the way that you care about them, or somebody that you know don't really mean well. That person means well, like they're not trying to make your life any more miserable or anything like that, but you know that person is not for you. Then still have love for them in your heart. Don't be beefing with them or whatever, but just know that, okay, I really can't be with this person, but I still got love for you, Holmes, and if you need me, I'm there. But for now, we gotta part our separate ways.